Backbone by Status Quo, first released in 2019, I believe is a very, very good album. It is certainly a return to form, and for fans like myself who thought we would never hear any more studio material under the name Status Quo, it is a tremendous effort by all the band. Everybody contributed to this, and yeah, I miss Rick as well on record, but Richie does an amazing job here on guitar, as well as many other things, including writing a couple of the best songs on this album. There are a couple of bonus tracks included, one of them, Face the Music, which I think is one of the best songs that Quo have recorded in years, plus the Get Out of My Head, which has got Richie on vocals, which in my opinion, it has that darkness to it that Rick always tried to bring to many of his material over the years. Yeah, he had that lighter side, but there was always that dark edge, and I think Richie does a great job of kind of channeling that here. The album starts with Waiting for a Woman, with the build-up of the instruments, which to me sounds like almost like the debut album of a brand new band. It's like an introductory song, but it's very cool. Okay, the riff is kind of repetitive at times, but I think it's got a nice, cool vibe. We've got Cut Me Some Slack, which I know to many fans has a very similar tune to Reality Check from the album Quid Pro Quo. And maybe that was intentional, maybe it isn't, but, you know, there's only so many notes out there. And to be honest, I see Cut Me Some Slack as a completely new song. It's got a great riff. It's that Quo energy that we're used to. And the thing is, with Liberty Lane as well, my goodness, when that song came out, it was like, wow. They started playing it live, and the energy live was like, where has this band come from? You know, like the energy was amazing. And then I heard it on the radio, the recorded version, and I was slightly underwhelmed at first, but the more I listened to it, the more I love it. And the thing is, I think that that is the case with this entire album. Tracks like I See You're in Some Trouble and I Want to Run Away With You sound like typical Quo tunes, right? They've got that fast chugging or that kind of slow, shuffly type thing that we've heard them do on many occasions, like on the Rock Till You Drop album, for example. Things like Backbone, well, that riff Francis had been doing during Down Down at the beginning, and I believe the story is that Rhino said we should do something with that, and they have done, and they're typical Quo, and I think they're marvellous. And I will say here that Backing Off is probably my least favourite on it. I know that they love it. They think it's one of their best. I personally, in my opinion, I don't know, there's just something missing here. As for Running Out of Time as well, the message is great, and I love what Francis said in a recent interview where someone said, oh, you've never done anything about like nature and saving the planet and all that type of thing before, and it was never too late, anybody. Yeah, so we've also got Better Take Care, written by John David. I think we've pretty much all heard the demo at this point that John David had recorded years ago, and I think they do a good job here, and it's nice to hear them sharing the vocal amongst themselves. I think that's what I'd like to hear in future Quo material. I'd like to hear a little bit more sharing of the vocal. Let's have some more Richie. I think Leon is in the mix there somewhere. Let's have some more of him. Some more Rhino, maybe on lead vocals, so that he can have a follow-up to Run and Hide from Bula Quo. I would like to see Andy take a lead vocal, especially as he's now doing one of the main vocals in Whatever You Want in the live setting and a couple of the other tracks. So yeah, I'd like to see that. As for the production, I think Francis has done a decent job with modern technology, and of course Andy Brook doing the mixing as well. The drums occasionally in the background, but on the radio they sound pretty good. You know, this is the thing. On the radio, it sounds pretty strong. and the guitars are very much at the front at times. The vocals are a little bit hidden away, but then we said that about Two-Way Traffic, and that's one of the things that we liked about it. So it does have that signature Quo sound, but it brings it up to date, and I think this set of songs extremely strong. It won't be to everybody's taste, but I do like the fact that they've dedicated it to the memory of Rick Parfitt. And I'll be honest, there are moments here where it sounds like Rick is there. You know, like there are parts of Face the Music where it's like I could hear them doing that in the late 70s, early 80s, and the kind of style that it would be in. Crazy. Okay, it's sort of the countryer side of Quo, and it's something that Francis likes to do from time to time. I can imagine a couple of these songs, including that one, being around during sort of the Under the Influence period, maybe even that and Running Out of Time, actually, very of that period. So yeah, Backbone, if you haven't heard it yet, I do highly recommend it. If you're a Quo fan, if you're not a Quo fan, you might want to go and check out some of the earlier albums, maybe even a compilation, something like Pictures. But this one, if you haven't heard it yet, go and check it out. I'm going to go and listen to it now. Tell me what you think of this album in the comments below.